info.
Not bad.
This is Jeff of Tau Flare Mouse. We have a long-awaited viewer request video today. Now this photo has been circulating around social media lately, and it features a 12-gauge shell loaded with spent primers. So naturally, people have been DMing me and tagging me about this particular shell. On April 1st, I posted this photo, and naturally a lot of people thought it was an April Fool's joke, but we're going to actually test it. So today, after many years of viewers asking us to put primers in a shell and see what they do, we're going to finally find out. Shotgun primers, also known as 209 primers, are mostly made out of steel. At least all the ones I have are steel. So if you're going to put dumb things in a shell, at least do it intelligently so that you don't scar up your barrel. So in order to protect that barrel, we'll be using this field wad that's actually designed for steel shot. It's very deep and will give us the maximum volume to put as many primers in that shell as possible. So with this setup, we'll be able to put 13 or 14 209 primers in each shell. Well, it's time to head out to the test range and see how effective this unusual Pioneer load actually works.
Hello, we got a guest shooter today who happens to be a Patreon, right?
Yes.
And you asked a few times in the comments section, hey, I want to come out, I live near you, I want to come out and shoot. And I finally got around to send you a message.
Come out and finally do it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Weather's great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So who are you?
I am Kellylynn Killer Callahan, and I am going to be your guest shooter for today.
No! That thing keeps falling down. Okay.
Smooth bore, full choke. We've got about 12 to 14 shotgun primers in here loaded up, and we're going to see if and how well they shoot. We'll start at 20 to get the range and probably pull into 10 to get some impact shots.
A lot of people have been wanting to see this, so I hope they work out as good as you imagine them to work. Let's get going.
All right.
Okay, we're at 20 yards. Just going to see how these things pattern, how bad it can possibly be. Did anything hit? It went off. That's a good sign.
At 20 yards, the spread was probably as atrocious as many people expected it to be. We're looking at 30 to 36 inches of spread at 20 yards. But an optimist would say, well, you could be a poor shot and still get some hits on target.
How bad was it?
Well, it wasn't great, but we were kind of expecting that.
Yeah.
I was aiming for the pupil right here, and we actually got one run right up here, and then we got another one here, here, and here.
And they looked like they were flying sideways, or at least several.
Yeah. You could almost look like they were square.
20 yards is pushing it. You'll hit the target with like 2 of them, maybe.
2 out of 13.
You're right. Okay, we're now 10 yards away with the Ballistic gel gummy bear. Let's see how it does.
There we go.
Hey.
There we go.
Yeah. We get a reading?
No.
At 10 yards, these things had a fantastic grouping. Just a lot of concentration on that bear. In fact, almost all of them hit the bear. I think only a couple missed. So maybe primers would work pretty well as a home defense round. You decide.
Actually impressed how many of those actually hit them. It's really hard to see on there.
It is hard. We got one here, and then I saw 2 go through the net. And we've got a couple up in the face and an ear. And then if you turn it sideways,
I should have washed it off with some.
One here, and another one here. Almost came out.
It's still in there, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And this one's about 3/4 of the way in.
Oh, okay. Because on the high speed, I was kind of trying to review it and see what actually went on. And it looked like we saw, there was quite a few of them that made it through.
Yeah, we got the. It's hard to tell. This guy's in the ear.
I was really surprised how tight the pattern was. In that first shot, you had a 5-foot spread or something like that, or maybe 4 foot.
Yes.
It was huge though. You know, I was thinking, oh, we're gonna have like a 20-inch spread at this range, but almost all of them actually hit it. That's pretty cool. Get the Ballistic lemon. It's an oversized lemon on a tripod. Where else? Who else does that? Just us. It's as goofy as you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
Oh, not bad.
Nice.
Yes.
That's nice. Lemon slice.
Oh, not
Well, we got 3 strikes at least on this lemon, which is about the size of a normal orange. So this actually did a lot better than I predicted. I thought there was actually a good chance all of them would miss the lemon. Now I've got to admit that these are working out much better than I predicted them to work. I thought they'd be a lot suckier in this.
That's actually pretty good.
That is quite a bit.
I thought it would be, like I said a couple times before that, if one hits it, we'll be lucky. So it just blew right through there, so that did pretty
A
good.
quick way of peeling your lemon.
All right, we got the best targets today, don't we?
Absolutely.
Okay, we got a piece of sheet metal. I don't think these things would do much to AR 500 plate or 1/4-inch steel, but sheet metal, they have a chance. About the thickness of a car body, I figured. Squid. Well, not
Nice.
bad. Nothing came back.
Now in this shot against the sheet metal, it looks like all of them impacted it. Now this might be a good place to discuss why we didn't shoot any live primers. Well, many of them would actually detonate in the chamber when you fired it, and since these things tend to fly sideways, they probably wouldn't go off when they hit the target. It'd just be an enormous waste. And you would just end up with a round that costs more than just buying a buckshot round.
Right.
Hey.
I heard you're a Dodgers fan.
Well, once in a while, yeah. And we blew the doors off today.
Nice.
13-6. All right. Well, for everybody that hasn't won the stickers, I got them for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them through the stickers. We got most of them. We have 2, well, 1.5. One went all the way through, and the other one was peeking.
Yeah,
I can't do the finger wiggle.
But it looks like a lot of them hit sideways.
It looks like a square punch.
Yeah, they don't stabilize themselves, that's for sure. And then we found a whole bunch of them. They just kind of hit that and came to a dead stop. Some of them were on the table, some of them were just on the ground. And again, it would be miserable to be shot by these, but you might survive. You know, actually,
It would really not make your day.
It would be miserable. Okay, we got the Talflator head.
Oh,
You hit him.
Yeah.
you rolled him.
In this shot, we had a little bit of a wider spread, so we didn't get all the impacts we wanted, but we got several hits. It looks like we had one that passed through the head and squared out the right side. And somehow that little bug survived the ordeal, and we'll be able to talk about this to his 1,000 kids someday.
It actually went in deep enough, it hit the bottle inside there. It's leaking out.
Ooh.
Move the water bottle from inside there. It has one little hole there.
And I've got a name for these, Jeff.
What?
Primer directive.
Primer directive.
The hole came through right here. And we actually have a second hole. So there's 2 holes in there.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yes. And we have the primer cap right in here.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Officer Greg. Okay. I'll cut that part out. Whoa! I thought, you know, the pineapple's not going to be very exciting, but that was pretty exciting. That's how you open up a pineapple. Whoa!
Now, if there's one thing we learned from these tests is the 209 primers make a very effective anti-fruit round. Now, after seeing the other tests, I started thinking that the pineapple wouldn't be a very exciting target. I thought they'd just go in and we'd end up shooting it with a Foster slug or something just to blow it up, but this kind of surprised me.
Yeah, I was expecting, you know, a couple of them hit, not blow it in half.
But we did a pretty good job.
That was amazing.
That's a pretty clean cut.
Yeah, it was like a, you know, Ginsu knife went through that thing. The Ginsu. Next target, the Ballistic soup cans. I found these in a shipwreck. I think they might be expired. I might get a lockjaw if I try to eat that. Whoa!
Not bad.
It had some good power to it.
Once again, we had a very high concentration of the 209 primers strike the target. Every can was hit very effectively. Good job, Kellylynn Callahan, also known as Killer Callahan, a name her father gave her as a nickname as a child, and it just stuck. Killer did a great job on the trigger today, and I think she enjoyed being out there. It was a beautiful day, and we had a lot of fun.
I'm pretty impressed. I thought, we might hit a couple of them, but those things went right through the soup cans for the most part. Blew the lids off a couple of them. But every single one, you hit every one, so you win the prize.
It's soup time. Soup's on. I wouldn't want to get hit by these now.
Yeah, I think it would take you to the hospital, that's for sure.
We were indecisive at first, but not now.
Yeah. This 10
Not
yards
now.
is the range these need to be shot at. I'm glad you're out here to remind me to shoot the lead plate. Otherwise, I would have forgotten.
There you go.
Well, if I didn't do the lead plate, people would be upset. Not the most impressive lead plate shot we've ever done. We got 3 strikes on there. A little close-up of what happened there. We definitely did not get that tight grouping like we've seen before.
It's like an air rifle swinging target.
This is what we use in the backyard with my CO2 9mm replica
Oh, okay.
gun.
This should not damage it.
No.
Okay, I want some predictions. You've got 5 little things, little targets. How many do you think will get hit?
3. I say 3. 2 to the right
I'll say
and
4.
the top.
I say 2. I'm pessimistic that way.
You hit something.
Out of all those primers flying through the air, only one of the targets was hit, the one on the far left. Then it swings up, hits that crossbar, and that is enough force to lift the entire mechanism, the whole shooting gallery there. That's amazing. I don't think that normally does that.
Jeff, I think there's actually 3. This one right here.
Wait, who predicted 3? That, you know, the high-speed camera does not lie.
Killer. We've got one here that just chipped it.
We'll see on the high speed.
We've got.
That one is a definite there because you can
That's
see the
definite.
little smear on there.
Well, it actually chipped it.
Yeah, it damaged it a little bit.
And then up here, you have the last one. I said that it would hit up here But I'll take 3.
Hey, we hit it with something. That's
I'll
better than
take
a
3.
miss.
Yes.
That's I'm an optimist that way. Okay, a little shout out to Steven and Andy France. Well, I better not say their full name. They're brothers. They sent Mr. Bill doll, little rubber bendy thing. I think the idea is to put it on the gel block.
Uh-oh.
You might have hit him.
Maybe.
Now we decided to shoot the block from the side just to give us a larger area to hit. And most of them seemed to hit. We only had a couple that zinged past it.
I couldn't ask for a more perfect shot.
That was great. I was impressed. Mr. Bill, he's not so happy. I shot him right here in the ankle, and he's one tough guy because
It's still in there.
it's still in there.
It's like the old TV shows. If you get shot, all you have to do is get the bullet out and you'll be okay.
You just have to get your finger wet, put it over, and he'll be fine. But this ballistic smell, Joe.
Yeah, we can actually see it pretty well in there.
Do you want me to lift it up, Joe?
I would just leave it where it is
Okay.
at first. And one and all. Wait, there might have been some that made all the way through. There's tracks. There's some tracks.
Yes, here's one, here's 2, there's 2. Yeah, you can see the.
So we caught a lot of them, but a few of them had enough energy just by sheer luck of how they were oriented when they hit. They hit sideways, they have a lot more area, surface area, and they slow down more. But they hit right.
I aimed for them to hit that way.
I know, you did good. You did very well, actually. You are now a Tauflader Mouse professional shotgun bench rest shooter.
Sweet.
That's it. Finally, after 3 hours.
Would you have a problem? It's going to be 3 years for my mom's death on Tuesday. If I just say, and it's my dad's birthday 2 days later. So if I put that as a comment in honor to my parents.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, you can do whatever you want. There's nothing scripted out here. You could say whatever you want. You could wear the Dodger stuff. It doesn't matter.
She loved this song, and I actually wore this. We had matching shirts.
Which one? The one underneath there?
Underneath one.
Oh, okay.
And
what a wonderful
and I actually wore this to her funeral when I
Aw.
gave the eulogy and played that for her song. So
Oh,
that's
well,
an
bless
honor
bless
of my
your
mom.
heart for remembering her. But I hope you had fun. It wasn't too
Do you know
boring.
what, you guys, this was great. I had a great time. Thank you, Jeff, for finally inviting me. But we'll have to see how you guys like the primer directive, and you guys take it easy.
I couldn't come up with a better name. I was gonna say leave it to the viewers to leave a cool name for these things, but I like that name, especially if you like Star Trek Wars.
Yes, yes.
Okay, one last look at these, and then we're out of here. I hope those don't pop tires.